So, you ever read a script or watch a movie and wonder, how did they do that? How did they build that suspense? Well, that's exactly what we're doing today. We're taking a look at a short thriller script called Cold Exchange. We're going to get right in there, break it down, and see how the writer uses everything. I'm talking setting, dialogue, all of it, to create that tension, to build these characters, and then to hit us with that killer twist.
All right, so let's kick things off with the logline. If you don't know, that's basically the one-sentence summary that sells the whole story. And this one, it's like the story's DNA in a nutshell. Right away, you know the genre, you know what's at stake, and you can just feel the conflict brewing. It's basically a promise to us, the audience, that this simple transaction is about to go sideways big time.
Okay, first things first, the location. You know, in a really great thriller, the setting is never just there. It's not just a backdrop. It's a character in its own right. It's an active player in the story, and it's built from the ground up to make everyone, the characters and you watching at home, feel uneasy right from the get-go. And look at the language here. The script isn't just say, oh, it's a shipyard. No, it calls it a wasteland. That word is so intentional. It immediately paints this picture of, decay, isolation, a place where things go to be forgotten. You just know instantly that no one's coming to help you out here. And then there's this. The shadows are jittery. Think about that. The shadows are nervous. That's a clever little writer's trick, giving human feelings to something that can't have them. It makes the entire environment feel as on edge and unstable as the people in it. It's a fantastic way to project the mood of the scene onto everything.
And the light? The only light is this one single street lamp. And it's not just any light. It's a buzzing yellow sodium street lamp. So right there, you've got this sickly, ugly yellow color, and you've got this constant, annoying buzzing sound. It's doing double duty. It's visual, it's auditory, and it's constantly reminding you that something is just not right.
All right, so we've got the stage set. Now let's talk about the actors. Let's look at the two guys at the center of all this, because their differences, that's the real engine of this whole story.
So what the writer's doing here is using a classic setup, character foils. Basically, they're total opposites, and putting them together just highlights their differences. You've got Silas, the veteran. He's calm, he's in control, even his heavy coat says, I'm prepared for anything. And then there's Kid, the upstart. He's nervous, he's arrogant, and the tracksuit just screams, I'm trying way too hard. The tension is already there before a single word is spoken. It's just baked right into who they are.
And then Silas speaks. And what's his first line? 2 words. You're late. That's it. It's not a question, is it? It's a statement, a judgment. And boom, just like that, he's completely taken control of the scene and put Kid on his back foot.
Kid's comeback tells you everything you need to know about him. He's got this flimsy excuse, had to shake a tail, and then he throws in that weak little jab, old man. You can just feel it, right? That's not real confidence, that's just bravado. It's a total mask for how insecure he's feeling. And this right here is a masterclass in subtext. What's said versus what's meant. Kid says, I'm cold, but what's he really saying? He's saying, I'm terrified. We know it, Silas knows it, it's such a smart way to show us what a character is really feeling without them ever having to admit it. Okay, let's get to the good stuff. A thriller is nothing without a good twist, right? That moment that just turns everything upside down. So let's deconstruct this first big reveal and see how the writer pulled it off.
It's all about the setup. And this one is a perfect 3-step dance. Step 1, the exchange. The briefcase is open, everything seems to be going according to plan. That makes us and Kid relax a little. Step 2, the distraction. Silas looks at the vial and for a second he looks vulnerable. And that's the bait. Kid thinks this is my chance. And then step 3, the reveal. Silas moves, and with lightning speed, the whole game changes. And it all hinges on this one line. This line right here just blows up the entire reason they're meeting. Suddenly, the deal isn't a deal. Kid realizes he wasn't a player in this game, he was just a pawn, a delivery boy. The power doesn't just shift, it's a complete and total reversal. And just like that, the stakes are completely different. For Silas, this was never just another job. He's not some middleman. That vial, that is his retirement fund. That's his one-way ticket out. The whole thing just switched from being business to being intensely personal.
So this brings us to the climax, the final payoff. And this is where we get to see just how far ahead Silas really is. Because a good plan is one thing, but a great plan expects to be betrayed.
Right when you think Silas has it all locked down, Kid reveals his ace in the hole, a hidden gunman. And for just a second, you think, whoa, maybe the tables have turned again. Kid thinks he's finally outplayed the old man, showing he had a plan of his own. But this is what separates the pros from the amateurs, right? A good plan has a backup for when things go wrong. A brilliant plan already knows what the other guy's going to do. Silas didn't just plan for a betrayal, he planned for this specific betrayal.
And I love the detail the writer uses here. It's not just a bomb, it's a directional charge. That specificity tells you so much about Silas. This isn't about just blowing things up. It's about a precise, calculated, surgical strike. It's controlled violence.
And then, how's this for impact? The script doesn't just say an explosion happens. It writes the sound right on the page. Ka-choom! It's meant to be visceral. You're not just supposed to read it, you're supposed to hear it, to feel that blast when Silas's trap goes off.
And for the final, chilling touch, as the sirens get closer, what does Silas do? He just calmly checks his watch. And that one little action confirms everything. The gunshots, the explosion, even the cops showing up, it was all part of his plan, down to the minute. He didn't just survive the encounter, he orchestrated the whole bloody thing.
And so in the end, the script leaves you with this really interesting thought to chew on. What is the difference between a plan and a trap? See, Silas had a plan. Kid thought he had a plan, but all he really had was a trap, and he was the one who walked right into it. It's just a perfect way to show that razor-thin line between a truly brilliant strategy and one fatal mistake.